Hello and welcome to Meade Week. I'm Brian Spann. On this edition, it's all about the Army's birthday. We also have highlights from the Sergeant Major of the Army's visit. But first, the Army celebrated its 237th birthday this week. Festivities kicked off with the annual Association of the U.S. Army, or AUSA's Army Birthday and Flag Day Breakfast. This year also marks the 200th anniversary of the War of 1812. Fort McHenry historian and park ranger Scott Sheeds, an expert on the subject, gave the account of how most Americans came to know the Star-Spangled Banner.
2 weeks later, Francis Scott Key's song is published. It went straight to the top of the charts. Number one. Within 2 months of the battle, every newspaper in the 18 states had published it. What makes the Star-Spangled Banner unique is not really because it's the national anthem, but because for the first time, someone, Key, informed the American people what that was. No one had ever explained.
The ceremonial cake cutting featured the oldest soldier present, 92-year-old Lieutenant Colonel retired Alfred Shehab. The youngest soldier, 18-year-old Specialist Scott Cassidy, who's awaiting training at the Defense Information School. No sooner than the garrison commander, Colonel Ed Rothstein, joined in the cake cutting at Club Meade. He was off to the Columbia Mall to celebrate with members of the community outside the fence line.
I first want to thank Honorable Ullman, Katie Essig, the recruiting command, Division East for this wonderful display, but really, I really want to thank you, because the backbone of our Army and the backbone of our country, let's start there, is our Army and our armed services. The backbone of our Army is the soldiers that you see in uniform. But really, the commitment and the backbone of our soldiers is our family and friends in our community. And that's exactly who you are. So from me to you, I just want to say thank you very much for all that you do to support us and allowing us to do what we do best, and that's protecting our wonderful country.
Howard County Executive Ken Ullman delivered a special proclamation.
Today, we recognize our soldiers, veterans, and military families who have embraced this noble calling and remain committed to achieving a level of excellence that is truly Army strong. And whereas it is fitting that Howard County government salute the United States Army service men and women, their families, and civilian employees, and thank them for all they do to keep our nation safe. Now, therefore, I, Howard County Executive Ken Ullman, on the Army's 237th birthday celebration, do hereby proudly proclaim June 14, 2012, United States Army Day in Howard County, Maryland. Thank you all very much.
Just prior to the Army birthday celebrations, Fort Meade hosted a visit from the Sergeant Major of the Army, Raymond Chandler. Part of the Sergeant Major's job is to get out and see as many installations as possible. His thoughts on Fort Meade?
Fort Meade, very interesting and unique installation in our Army. A lot of different activities, doing a lot of different stuff. And having an opportunity to see soldiers and families, awesome experience, great time.
After lunch, the Sergeant Major hosted a town hall-style meeting addressing a variety of topics, including sexual harassment and hazing.
One sexual assault in our Army is one too many. We have failed. We have. So we've got to take this on and get after it. And it's going to happen with you. So I need your help. The brother or sister next to you needs your help.
Downsizing of the force was also discussed. The Sergeant Major said that most of the cuts will come from the active enlisted ranks.
Officers are going to have a reduction also. Is their reduction going to be as big as the enlisted population? No. Because only about 15% of the Army are commissioned officers, about 5% warrants, and then the other 80% are enlisted folks. So the majority of the reduction is going to be with soldiers.
Finally this week, Fort Meade Boy Scout Troop 377, formerly Troop 379, closed out the post's Flag Day activities with a ceremonial flag retirement ceremony. I'm Brian Spann. For everyone at Meade TV and the Fort Meade Public Affairs Office, have a great weekend and a great Meade week.